morning prayers at one of the most influential monasteries in all of Myanmar. This is a country where the majority are devoted Buddhists. For centuries, the religion has been at the heart of the nation's very identity. While the pillars of Buddhist teachings are love, compassion, and peace, there's a very different variation to the philosophy being taught at the Mabata Monastery in Insane Township. These monks are connected with one of the world's worst humanitarian crises: the systematic persecution and genocide of Rohingya Muslims in Rakhine State. Our unprecedented access to the Mabata Monastery and its leaders offers a glimpse into how their ultra-nationalist agenda is becoming the blueprint for the political structure of the country. Is the joining of forces between monks and generals threatening Myanmar's young and fragile democracy?
Because one day Sagaya Yasuni, Kabata machine can roll it and feel lobby. Bow two viro. A euro chima hope.
Rohingyas is the fake news, the fake name. There is no in our history. Rohingyas is real Bengali. We don't like illegal migrant. My house, my rules. Everybody has to understand this situation. They are lying. They are lying. They lying to get our Rakhine State.
The persecution of Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar can be traced back decades to the military takeover in 1962. Many minorities suffered at the hands of the new dictatorship. The military ruled with an iron fist. Any form of dissent brutally stamped out. But monks, believed to be the conscience of the government and of the large majority of the people, pressured leaders to adhere to Buddhist principles. Emboldened by widespread public support, the monks led the Saffron Revolution against the military in 2007, all united for democracy.
Tangarabani level. Okay, Takatay, say, I'm not just near our Lubiro, a democracy sniggle yaw. Tuzana Sobiro. Tuzakera. Lulu have Yava will be locally young the Jalo. You know, and the Sina Nations living out of Lamap and May, the Sina National Pesha Biro, and democracy sniggle, young Lena on Tuzama Yama. Jinya higher time, so young don't like you, low like that, Salad, such a need. Such a said the man, a tongue from the Kunama, and Mimanagaman, you the Dima. Chonamobile, Taja little Chonamobile. Lama Sanabia Dangario, or the Japan from the Fishin level, Medado, you because you must Sanabia. ဒါကိုတနက်နဲ့ပြစ်တယ်နံပါတ်ထုတ်လေးနဲ့ရိုက်တယ်ရိုက်တယ်ဖမ်းနဲ့စီးတယ်တပ်ဖြတ်တယ်ရိုင်းဆိုင်ဖြိုခွဲတော့အဲ့မှာ28ရက်နေ့နောက်ပိုင်းမှာ29ရက်နေ့ကစပြီးတော့ဒီလမ်းပေါ်ကြီးတက်တာရက်သွားတယ်
我看，哎，要换，
你讲了。
你讲我呀？
ထောင်မှာကျွန်တော်1500ပြောင်းရတယ်9000ပြောင်းတဲ့အခါမှာခန်းဒီထောင်တဲ့ကလေးထောင်နှစ်ခုကကျွန်တော်အတွက်တော်တော်မှောင်မိုက်စေတဲ့ကျွန်တော်လေးကိုပြင်းထန်ထန်တော်ချလေးပေါ့နော်ပြင်းထန်ထန်နှိမ့်ဆက်ညှဉ်းပန်းမှုတွေကျွန်တော်ရင်ဆိုင်ခဲ့ရတာ
Gambira was released in 2012 together with other political prisoners, including Myanmar's current leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. It marked the beginning of its transition to democracy. But as religious tensions between Buddhists and Muslim minorities started to surface, the unity of the Saffron Revolution shattered. In 2012, thousands of monks once again took to the streets. This time, they were shouting their support for the military and their call to export the Rohingya. Ugambira openly opposed this movement, still determined that democracy was the only way forward for Myanmar. Repeatedly imprisoned and ostracized for his views, he finally fled to Thailand in 2016. Many in Myanmar believe the military, still an important part of the governing structure, intentionally fueled divisions amongst Buddhist groups. They quickly aligned with the most nationalistic Buddhist leaders, enhancing the army's popularity and influence.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ရွှေဝါရုံဒေါ်လာရေးတန်ခါဖွဲ့ဝင်တန်ခါတွေကိုဥဆောင်တန်ခါတွေကိုအမျိုးမျိုးချင်းကပ်တယ်ငွေထောက်ပံ့တဲ့ဟိုဒီပစ္စည်းတွေပါထောက်ပံ့ပြီးတော့လုပ်ဖို့သူတို့ချင်းကပ်တယ်ဘယ်လောက်ထိသူတို့ကကန့်လန့်တယ်လဲလို့ဆိုရင်တပတ်ကို350သူတို့ကပြောရတယ်ဆိုရတယ်လုံရတယ်တန်ခါတွေကြားမှာလဲဝါရမှိုင်းနေတိုက်တယ်လူလူကြားမှာလဲဝါရမှိုင်းနေတိုက်တယ်ဘာသာချင်းတစ်ခုနဲ့တစ်ခုကွဲပြားအောင်အမုန်းတရားတွေကွာအောင်ရန်တိုက်ပြီးတယ်
The hostility towards minorities spawned the Mabata, an ultra-nationalist monks organization. The name translates to the protection of race and religion. Its founder and leader is a highly respected monk, Ashin Tilauka.
ဆရာတော်ငယ်တုန်းကတော့ဒီသာသနာ့ဘောင်ကိုဝင်ရောက်ပြီးတော့နေခြင်းနဲ့ဆန္ဒလည်းရှိတော့အဲ့တော့15နှစ်သားလောက်ကနေစပြီးတော့ဒီဟိုရန်ရဲ့အောက်ကတာမဏေရောက်ခဲ့တာပေါ့အဲ့လိုဆရာတော်ရဲ့သင်ကြားမှုတွေကြော်ကြားလာတဲ့ခါမှာအများအတွက်လည်းပဲအကျိုးများလဲတဲ့ခါမှာဒီသာသနာမှာရှိတဲ့သာသနာဝန်ထမ်းတော်တော်များများဆရာတော်ကိုလေးစားမှုတွေအများကြီးဖြစ်လာတယ်ပေါ့ဆရာတော်လေးစားမှုတွေအများကြီးဖြစ်လာတဲ့အခါမှာအခုလက်ရှိဟိုဘာသာသာသနာနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့အခုဟိုဒုက္ခရောက်လာတဲ့အနှောက်အယှက်တွေဖြစ်လာတဲ့အခါမှာဒီမျိုးဝတ္တသာသနာစောင့်ရှောက်ရေးအတွက်ဥဆောင်မှုဆိုတာဆရာတော်ကတန်ဃာထုလောကရဲ့လေးစားမှုခံရတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ဖြစ်တော့ဆရာတော်ဆောင်ရွက်ပေးပါလို့ဆိုတော့ဆရာတော်လည်းဒါလည်းပဲကိုတက်နိုင်တော့ဆောင်ရွက်ပေးတာပဲဆိုပြီးတော့ဥဆောင်ပြီးတော့ဆောင်ရွက်ပေးခြင်းကြောင့်ထပ်တင်တော့လည်းအောင်မြင်ပါတယ်အမိမဲ့လိုက်မယ်ဤဝုံကသာလာတော့တော့ဖြင့်ကေကိုရဲ့လာမကျွနေရေတံကျွနေခံတော်ကျွကြောင့်ပဲနေဆုံးတဲ့ချောင်းကျော်ပါကျွမင်းကြရှင်မင်းတော်ပဲဒေတာ
တက်လာမဲ့မျိုးဆက်တွေဟာဒီမိမိရဲ့ဘာသာသာသနာကိုထိန်းနိုင်တဲ့အရေးချင်းတွေဖြစ်အောင်ပြည့်ပေါ်ပေါ်ဖြည့်ဖို့လိုအပ်တယ်။အဲ့ကိုလူမျိုးကိုဘာသာကိုသာသနာကိုတကယ်ကိုစိတ်ပါလက်ပါဒီအောင်မြင်မြင်ဆောင်ရွက်နိုင်တဲ့ပုံကိုယ်တွေဖြစ်စေခြင်းနဲ့ပေါ့နိုင်ငံသစ္စာစောင့်သိမှုမရှိရင်တိုင်းပြည်နဲ့လူမျိုးပျောက်သွားနိုင်တာပေါ့အဲ့လိုမပျောက်အောင်အဲ့တော့ဒီမနေရင်ဟိုကမ္ဘာအစိုးရရောမရောက်ရင်ရောမလို့ကျင့်ဆိုတဲ့ဆိုရိုးရှိတဲ့ကမ္ဘာဒီနိုင်ငံရောက်ရင်ဒီနိုင်ငံရဲ့ဓလေ့ထုံးစံအတိုင်းလိုက်နေဖို့တော့အရေးကြီးတယ်ပေါ့
The roots of this extremism, especially the anti-Muslim, I think it has very long roots. Muslims have been in Myanmar for centuries. Things became more problematic with large-scale immigration from the subcontinent, because we see in the past Muslims were in Myanmar, but they were in small numbers. But under colonialism in the British Empire, they came to Burma in large numbers. So of course that created problems. One of the remarkable things about the junta period was that the control by the authorities was very strict and very strong. You see? So we had very little religious disturbances. Of course, it was sort of pushed underground. But with the return of democracy and a greater openness, and of course, at the same time, manipulation, it came out, it re-emerged on a much bigger scale. In politics, there are two emotions which are very strong. One is greed and the other is fear. Because we were under the military dictatorship, 51 years nearly. And then we have a civil war that's been raging between the central military and the ethnic armed organizations. So it's like unending, continuous fear. Even educated people in Myanmar say that, oh, you see the Rohingyas, they breed like cockroaches or insects, you know, and very soon Rakhine State will be full of Muslim Rohingyas and the Buddhists will be swallowed. So it's like we are defending our country, our society and our religion. So it's very potent, it's a very strong message, but totally wrong. And it's quite frightening, you know, and that is the real danger of these extremist monks.
Mama ပြောလိုက်အရှိမချွတ်မယ်အယောင်တူတဲ့ဖနက်တွေအရှိမချွတ်မယ်အယောင်တူတဲ့ဖနက်တွေအရှိမချွတ်မယ်အယောင်တူအောင်လှုပ်ထောပါတယ်
Mavatat is the first organization to inform how to protect our country, our race. Our country, our race. Protestant is peacemaker. We are welcoming everyone to our nation, our country. Okay, but we don't accept illegally migrants. This government don't love me. I'm not happy. Government must be more care our Myanmar people. than Bengali. Because we are family. They are different. They are stranger. Okay? Rohingyas, they are fake news in picture. We are Myanmar in Buddhist communities never attack, never fighting different people, different countries. You can see in world history. You can see world history. This is a fake. This is a fake. This is a fake. Everybody says, human right. Where is human duty? Where is citizen duty? I want to ask them, what is human duty? They never tell about them. They always loud human right. No, human right is not the first. We have to understand human duty and citizen duty if you are a human being. We are not animal.
According to Universal Declaration of Human Rights, all of the human beings can be born free and with full of dignity, regardless of religion. But we cannot have that. The Rohingya Muslim people, as we believe in Islam, people are discriminated and treated like an animal by the Buddhist people.
Rakhine State was home to over 1 million Rohingya Muslims and over 2 million Buddhists before the conflict started in 2012. Since then, Myanmar's government has banned all media and NGOs from accessing the conflict area, where most Rohingya Muslims now live in internally displaced camps, desperate and afraid.
Why I want to hide my face and my identity? Because the government does not let us to meet you, to speak out. If they know when you are back, they come and torture and they persecute us and extort us. Suddenly, there was a rumor that several Rohingya Muslim people were raped by Rakhine group in Chaunimo. They spread the propaganda throughout the Rakhine state. After several days, the Rakhine people and Maos and the police gather, come to set the house on fire in Aomingla Valley. I was in my house hiding. I decided myself I have to die because my village was surrounded.
The Rohingya insist that their community had nothing to do with this attack. Many of Myanmar's activists and journalists believe that the rape and murder of the Buddhist woman never happened, that it was a story made up to start the conflict. Hundreds of thousands were forced into IDP camps or to flee the country, most of them to refugee camps in neighboring Bangladesh.
In 2017, August 25, the police outposts were hacked by the Muslim people, which called Arsa. At the time, the military were initiated ethnic cleansing to the Muslim people, hundreds of thousands of Rohingya Muslim people.
Following the attacks, Myanmar's armed forces led so-called clearance operations in Rakhine State. By 2018, Thousands of Rohingya Muslims were killed and more than 700,000 had fled to Bangladesh. The situation for survivors is desperate.
Now I am 22 years old. My future, the current situation is horrible. If I want to go to the university, but I cannot have because I don't have identity card. I want to see in peace, having equal right in Myanmar country. I want to see. This is my dream.
What has happened in Rakhine, what has happened to the Rohingya, has been a really kind of an abysmal drop. The way that the government and the military and the security forces handle things only made things worse. So that's one of the biggest stains upon the new government and upon the country as a whole. And I really believe that things were either handled very badly or there are some, I think, unscrupulous elements who are manipulating the situation from behind. Countries who are transiting from an authoritarian system to a more open democratic system face a lot of problems. The politicians have to be prepared for that, but Myanmar was not. Myanmar politics is dominated by just two parties. One is the military's party, the USDP, and one is the National League for Democracy. We thought that things would change just by having a democratic government, and the party of Aung San Suu Kyi coming to power. So again, we were also disappointed in that regard. During her decades of struggle, her house arrest, she was an internationally known democracy icon and a heroine, recipient of many prizes. She was repeating the mantra of human rights with every breath almost. Democracy, human rights, now rule of law. Now she says she doesn't even mention human rights anymore.
In the years following the Saffron Revolution, Myanmar celebrated its first democratic government. But with the military still in power, many of the dreams to have true democracy evaporated. And Myanmar's leaders stand accused of genocide.
နိုင်ငံကိုမြင်တဲ့အခါမှာနှစ်ခုပေါ့နော်အများကြီးမမြင်ပါဘူးနှစ်ခုပဲမြင်တယ်အဲ့ဒါတော့တစ်ကတော့အဆုံးမတတ်နိုင်သေးတဲ့ပြည်တွင်းစစ်ပွဲတွေပေါ့အဲ့ဒါနဲ့နောက်တစ်ခုကပြည်သူလူထုကိုပေါ့ကြောနောက်မှာတနတ်ထောက်ပေးတဲ့လွတ်လပ်မှုပေါ့လွတ်လပ်ခွင့်ပေါ့တကယ်ဒီမိုကရေစီမဟုတ်ဘူးဒီမိုကရေစီအတူစစ်အာဏာရှင်တစ်ပိုင်းဒီမိုကရေစီဖြစ်နေတယ်ကျူအောင်တော်လိုင်းကြောင့်လူထုကိုဒီလိုအာဏာရှင်စစ်အာဏာရှင်စနစ်ဟာဒီလိုရက်ဆက်ကြမ်းကြုတ်ပါလားဒီလိုဆိုးရပါလားဆိုတော့လက်တွေ့ပြသနိုင်ခဲ့တယ် NLD ပါတီတို့တခြားပါတီတွေဟာပါတီဖြစ်ဖွဲ့စည်းခွင့်ရပြီးတော့အရတာအစိုးရအနေနဲ့အခုဆိုရင်ရှင်းတန်းခွင့်ရလာတယ်မဘာသာနဲ့ကိုရှောက်ကိုဖြစ်တဲ့တန်ခါတစ်ချမ်းကစောစောကြီးကိုမလိုလားဘူးလက်မခံဘူးဒီမိုကရေစီကိုမလိုလားဘူးလက်မခံဘူးသူတို့ကစစ်အာဏာရှင်စနစ်ကိုပြန်သွားချင်ကြတယ်စစ်အာဏာရှင်စနစ်ပြန်လဲဖြစ်ပေါ်ရေးအသက်သွင်းနေကြတယ်
If you look at it in the broad picture, it's like in the Saffron Revolution, the monks can stage massive protests and bring the population onto their side, which the government in power really feared, and the military government at the time really clamped down on them. So many of them were treated, well, very brutally. But at the same time, you can also use monks for your own purpose, you know, for very negative aims and objectives. Back to democracy, the monks are a force that can be used. The NLD government doesn't view the Mabata very favorably. You have to accept that. So the monks and the military, they entered into this kind of unholy alliance.
There is no denying the reverence for the Mabata leader during his visit to Karen state. His devoted followers worshipped the ultranationalist monks along the way. A crowd of fervent followers is also waiting to receive his speech.
Indo-China data, what is that?
Indo-China data.
Indo-Zravale. Nabakalari. Indo-Zravale.
Nabakala.
Don't name him, don't go Nabula. I'm not do a chin yet. Do you remember how? That is how you sing in Bobula. Lula Bobria, you know, do you remember? Yazo Mowen, see your piano. Now, let's say, Yado Mowen, CEO Gino, CEO Gino. We told you that Bajon, we told you that I'll go away. Now, I will give you that. Here, they do your Daria, not better report here. So, being in the Bokuri, you've been in the Bokuri of Singula. I will tell you trouble, what do you know?
Yesu doshi Mamada Bomuka Yama Sayaro Yai Kama Ovada Kaka Na Yudi no.
I was raised in the military compound since I was born. I'm a Buddhist majority. But I've been hated. I've been hated because as a majority, our community, we oppress the other minority. That's something I've been really ashamed of. Okay. I need to admit that I was privileged. Being a military daughter, I'm powerful. Even myself is powerful. Wherever I go out, I got favor. I can do whatever I want if I want to, using my father's power. So everything is privilege and everything is justified. You deserve this privilege because you are Buddhist, just because you do something good in your past life. Of course, we have clashes even inside the family. They don't agree. They ask me to stop saying bad words against the military because they are the old people. If I curse or if I blame to the old people, I will be in hell in the future. So when I exposed to the different world, when I exposed to different stories, so they gave me a new insight that I need to really stand up, use my power as a majority ethnicity and majority religions to defend those who are oppressed. So regarding the Rohingya crisis, I feel a huge burden because that's not just the Rohingya and Rakhine crisis, it's the national crisis. It's not just a national crisis, it's a global crisis right now. But why that's happening? Because the fear. The politicians know that, like, if you make people fearful of something, like fearful of their religion, it's become sensitive, it became easier to create a conflict. So it's become like a political way of playing games, using that religion and nationality and identity cut. The Minister of Religion, he is actually from military. That means he's gonna have some kind of similar ideology, just like Mabata, but he is recruited by NLD. It's so confusing. I mean, the structure that he is working in as a Ministry of Religion, only for Buddha.
This town in Karen State, in the southeast of Myanmar, is restricted. Foreigners and Muslims forbidden.
Myanmarလူမျိုးတွေရဲ့ယဉ်ကျေးမှုဟာဗုဒ္ဓရဲ့အဆုံးအမတွေကိုအခြေခံပြီးတော့ဖြစ်လာတဲ့အခါမှာအခုနောက်ပိုင်းကျတော့ဒီသာသနာခေါင်းဆောင်တွေရဲ့အာဏာချက်နဲ့ဒီမိယိုးဖလာလောက်ပဲဖြစ်ပြီးတော့တချို့ဟာတွေကသိပြီးတော့စနစ်တကျယုံကြည်မှုတွေအားနည်းလာတဲ့အချိန်နောက်ဘေးကဘာသာရေးပုံကိုယ်တွေကလွှမ်းမိုးလာတဲ့အချိန်မှာဒီတိုင်းကြည့်နေမယ်ဆိုရင်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံရဲ့တိုင်းပြည်ရောလူမျိုးရောဘာသာသာသနာရောပျောက်သွားနိုင်တယ်ဘာချမ်းသာကြပါလိမ့်ပညာပါလေအဲ့ဒီအိမ်တွေကိုစော်ကားလာတဲ့ဥစ္စာတွေဖြစ်လာတယ်နောက်ကိုခေါင်းဆောင်တွေကလည်းကိုယ့်ရဲ့နိုင်ငံကိုတစ္ဆာမစောင့်သိတဲ့ဓာတ်တွေကိုကျုံလာခြင်းကြောင့်အဲ့ဒါတွေကိုဆရာတော်ကဒီခေါင်းဆောင်တွေကိုလည်းဒါကိုညွှန်ပြခြင်းလို့နိုင်ငံတစ္ဆာစောင့်သိသူဆိုတဲ့လမ်းညွှန်ချက်နဲ့ဥတည်ပေးလိုက်တာပေါ့
Today, monks from across the country, along with thousands of devotees, have come to pay their last respects at the funeral of one of the region's most influential religious leaders. Political figures and other public personalities attend the event where the Mabata's leader is given a position of prestige and authority. On this trip, scores of heavily armed soldiers accompany him. The Myanmar Minister of Religion is at great pains to justify his government's policies regarding the Rohingya crisis to the Mabata leader, explaining that any concessions were enacted reluctantly.
Mabata, they started off to get a lot of signatures on a petition supporting what we call the interfaith marriage laws. And they got a lot of support, a huge number. And I think this was a way of trying to test the waters. This happens in democracies now. So in the past, it was the power of the gun, and now it's the power of the vote. And the legislators, which were dominated by the USDP party, they passed those laws. And so Mabata grew in strength. In the 2015 elections, the Mabata really tried to play a political role. And to explain that, U Wirtu, he has visited Sri Lanka many times. And I think his aim and his role model are the Sri Lankan monks. And according to the new Sri Lankan constitution, political party composed of Buddhist monks is permitted. And I think they also entered the election and got elected. Monks in Sri Lanka, because of the Tamil emergency, the Buddhist monks became very active in politics. The same thing is repeated in Myanmar. The political role, the nationalist role, anti-colonial role, But I would say Sri Lanka was ahead in politics. So militant monks and extremist monks in Myanmar now look at Sri Lanka as a kind of role model. So the colonial power doesn't exist anymore, the British are gone, so they have to find something new. And they say that the same thing for the Myanmar military. They need enemies to justify their big budgets, and their existence. There is a lot of evidence, not made public, that the military is supporting the Mabata. And the Mabata is flush with cash. They've got lots of money. U Wiratu is also providing funds for political parties and say that you have to prepare yourself for the next elections. So in 2015, they were actively backing this certain candidates for election. I think they will do the same thing in 2020, but on a bigger scale.
This song is called Stop Resistance Against ISIS Now Fastest Months.
We found Rebel Riot in 2007 because of Suffer Revolution against the military system. Everybody want freedom, everybody want human rights, everybody want democracy. One day, the military army come and shoot lots of people on the street. I feel so scary because I never saw people killing each other from me. I feel so sad and I feel so angry at the same time. After that, what can we do? We have no power, we have no weapon. How about the music? Music can speak out to use power to fight back. We can screaming for the human right. That song is like, monk should do monk job. That's it. Mostly who hate Islam people is the Mabata monks, not other monks. For me, the first 6 monks, this is not religion. This is a politic covered by religion. I don't understand the politician way. I only understand about humanity. I cannot change the world. I cannot change even my country. But I can change 2 things, myself and around me. That's it. Revolution cannot exist without love. Revolution without love, this means violence. Without civil revolution, you cannot see changing. Because civil revolution is a change. The monks were hero in this time.
The protection of Buddhism and the current government inspired devotion among many of Myanmar's people. But there are voices challenging the status quo. There is an emerging, dissenting youth movement calling for another revolution. For authorities, it presents a new challenge. For others who say they want to preserve Myanmar's fledgling democracy, it offers a voice of hope.
That was always been the youth, who brought new ideas and new concepts, and who confront with the conservative people, always. Turning Tables Myanmar is doing projects like the Voice of the Youth. We are bringing people together from different communities, different religious backgrounds through music. So, it is clearly that they do not want to see any more conflicts. They want to be together, they want to be peaceful, they want to be developed. They want to catch up with the war, and they want to celebrate this freedom. So our job is to, let them be aware of how they can influence the future of Myanmar and the future for them. I will not say we have freedom of expression now. Now we can say whatever we want, but it doesn't mean they will not arrest you. It's just a new outfit, but the same darkness inside.
How much? Alright, car.
80 baht.
80 baht.ကျွန်တော်နိုင်ငံကိုပြန်ဖို့ခုလုံးဆိုတော့ခက်နေသေးတယ်ပေါ့။ကြောင်းပေါ့ခက်နေသေးတယ်။မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာစစ်မှန်တဲ့ဒီမိုကရေစီအစိုးရကောင်းမွန်တဲ့လွတ်လပ်တဲ့တရားမျှတတဲ့ဒန်းတူညီမျှရှိတဲ့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံဖြစ်ဖို့မျှော်လင့်နေပါတယ်
You have to state your position firmly at a time like this, when the country is divided on these issues and the extremists are clamoring and very strong and vocal. You must add your voice against it. So by keeping silent, I think you're also part of the picture. That means you're also, I would say, also guilty.
You know, one day we all will die, for sure. Monk or punk, doesn't matter. So everyone should ask the strong question themselves. How many things you destroy or how many things you create? If we go to the darkness room, the whole room is dark. No light. So we not complain about darkness. We want to create our own light. So this is our revolution.